This is an impromptu stream, Saturday morning, 11:28 a.m. Mountain Standard, Europe. John Boston, the legendary John Boston. Riggs Jr. is back. Pedro Valentin from Connecticut. Is Connecticut or is it Rhode Island where Ben and Jerry's is from? But Connecticut, what a small little state. Very much interesting with lots of history. Polo 30, don't worry, he will learn someday the hard way. What color is your I love me jacket? It would be black. Black is how I feel on the outside. Morrissey wrote a song. He said, black is how I wear black on the outside because black is how I feel on the inside. Rad, I heard the song Tough Guys from REO the other day. They have a recording of the Little Rascals. And someone says, hey, what happened to you? Belonging to the He-Man women haters. Attaboy. Scotty Sight is back. Shout out to Scotty, our in-house Giga Chad. What's happening to you, brother? Caught your stream last night. Good stuff. Friday night, Scotty goes live. All Seeing Otto is back. Listen, this is important. Another Red Pill content creator came to my attention last night by Jawara, author of 81 million books. He's in most of our chats. Sent me a screenshot of a very, well, he is a bald man, very Catholic, goes by the name of Gregory. He has remarried his third wife. He was the one out here pitching MGTOW Monk for years, actually counseling men to overcome their thirst through sessions. I listened to a few things. He's very intellectual type. And then his message started changing about a year ago, saying that marriage wasn't too bad. So it makes all sense that he started saying that. And then it looks like in January, he got married to a gal with a kid. This is his third marriage. The first marriage, I think he had 3 kids, got divorced, paid a shit ton of money in child support, knocked up a second, had another kid, so he had 4 kids. And he had birds. I don't know if you guys remember that. And he'd been on Coach Greg Adams and so forth. But he is now remarried and playing the marriage Catholic game like it's all great now. I think that ice cream is from Vermont. There you go. Cheaper groceries. What's up, brother? That was Motley Crue, Just Another Psycho. Good to see you, brother. We should send him a sympathy card. Polska says that's retard. I would agree with that statement, Bob. How can you get red pill and be married? Well, guys, it's very interesting. This guy was pitching no marriage. He sold merchandise about T-shirts with icons saying, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Correct, John. You are absolutely right. He remarried a gal. And you can go look on his YouTube channel called Gruen House Tea House in Texas. Greune Tea House. Teahaus. And you can see him with his wedding ring and everything. And it actually says the owners are blank and blank with the same last name. The third wife is called the Cleanup Crew. Both people are tired. Not much happens. Bookshelf. I don't think you're mistaken, brother. Good to see you. Divorce lawyers got to eat too. Third wife, Seraphim, absolutely. 93% divorce rate after the third and fourth and fifth. Rusty Rivers is back. Good to see you, brother. Trog says another one bites the dust. I would agree with that statement. Really just sad. Married is one big stripe, but putting on dirty underwear, aka getting back with an ex Whiskey Tango Fox. Absolutely. What the F, brother. Thomas Newton is back. Good to see you. There's only one scratch and sniff away from being blue pill. Only one BJ way. John wants to put a divorce app together. There you go. To put those divorce attorneys out of business. Chaos for You is back. Nope, he didn't get married, but Gregory did. He actually did a live stream with Gregory, the Red Pill Guru, years ago. BJ Fornash is back. Hard way is the only way to learn. This guy started going in. I could tell something was weird because he started moving away from his, how he was speaking, his audience, and so forth. Oh, Vermont, that's right. That's right. Radical Rafters back. Steven's back. Good to see you, brother. He did give me the simp vibe as well, Cheaper Groceries. I really didn't. I'd never subscribed to his channel. I'd catch him every now and again. He used all these huge words, the 12th grade words. I don't know. I just like to be down to earth and just chilled, speaking about truthful stuff. I don't need to, and he always asks for money, which is fine. You can do that, but he needed, I guess his laptop broke one time and he wanted the chat to send him money to buy a new laptop. Somebody said, just go buy a Chromebook. He's like, no, I need an Apple MacBook Pro. He's going to learn the hard way, Scotty. You're absolutely right, brother. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting different results. Well said, Trog. Mochi Alex, hola, ¿cómo estamos? I was telling this libtard guy I know that if he votes for Cackles, she's going to try to pass a law to say men who will wear a dress are women. And yeah, you're not mistaken, John. Jaja, that is why you have to write out in detail why you'll never be foolish enough to get married again and review it anytime you are considering such nonsense. I can't find his channel anymore. He had at one point 20, 30,000 subscribers. He was actually a pretty big force, back in 2020. Radical Rafter. I'm sure there is many, but many have been shocked to learn that 3+ larger that were married. Well, we found out that Human was married, right? Another guy, Angry MGTOW. Angry MGTOW goes back years. Apparently, he got back on the plantation. There's another one. Oh, if Dak is in here, Oki, some guy named Oki. I become like a shark, always moving forward, never sideways or backwards. I will never get married, not even to my ex. Absolutely. I don't believe in marriage, cohabitation, love, taking on kids, and so forth. Now, I am not a monk. That woman needs to take care of herself. I take care of myself. We come together, make a big bang and leave. And whatever. And hang out as friends or whatever. But no commitments. No commitments. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Ain't that the truth, Otto? Simone is back from Italy. Being raised by a single mom taught me that you can't trust anyone, especially when love is involved. We know that love are just 4 chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, vasopressin, and serotonin. The same chemicals you get watching the Bruins win the game or the Celtics. Remarrying an ex is apocalyptic move, but he remarried his 3rd ex. No, he got married to a new gal. New gal, Riggs. I believe that's him, Riggs. I believe that's him. Marvel is back. The peace sleeve is a powerful drug most men can't resist. I think the guy got to a point where he's like getting older. He was getting really Catholic. You need to have a wife. He's making content again. Interesting. Had no idea, Radical. CJ's back. Never trust a family man. Well said, brother. JR is in the house. Good to see my wrench. Joker with Better Bachelor starting to move away from all the red pill content as well. He's had a girlfriend for 3 years, apparently. I'm not saying it's a cause, but it's curious. Well, hopefully he's doing the Jonathan Noble way, but a lot of these guys seem to be going that route. I don't have problem with red pill guys dating, staying out of marriage, cohabitation, and all that crap, what we talk about. Just have fun and enjoy life. Know that it is what it is. We have men in this chat that hang out with gals and they follow red pill advice like Tom Likas talks about. Sleeping with them validates them. Well said, Chaos. Seraphim, that's him. That's him. Imagine being a man in 2024 with red pill awareness anywhere and taking a knee in submission. I couldn't do it. I have no desire. Ease back. Good to see you, brother. Major Tom. Yes, that is him. Major Tom. You nailed it. Look, I'm not going to hate on the guy. He obviously good to see JW. He has his own issues, but it's for so long. He went through several different channels. He had a coaching, consulting line. I think Carl talked to him at one point. A lot of these guys are a BJ away from sprinting back to the plantation. Well said. I was listening to Danielle. I listened to her yesterday. Isn't she easy on the eyes? She's got she has huge cans. She was on Sax Reality too. She's got big cans too. And so does AOC. Here's the deal. I mean, there are decent, it just, I think that if you have your own resources and your own life and you come together and just want to hang out and remove all of the emotions, you'll be fine. But I don't push that. Okay. I'm not a MGTOW monk. I respect and honor my MGTOW brethren. That's just not who I am. And that's okay. We have a lot of different men in this chat that follow different protocol that keeps them out of trouble. We do these channels to keep us all out of trouble. Mr. Sam, he's back. Good to see you, brother. Vodka with pina. Attaboy. Pugnette is nice, but I guess I don't have the addiction to it like some. Yeah, I mean, you get to a point where it gets old too, right? Easy for me as I'm popular with women as a yeast infection. I'll sing Otto. Yeah, Sax Reality is a good dude. I like him too. He just had Peter Schiff on like yesterday. Better Bachelor subscribers won him a bunch of money in a contest and said he's going to make a retreat for men to go to. Never seen it. Redneck Reefer, good to see you, brother. All right, see you, Scotty. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. No marriage, no cohabitation, no kids, no bearing new kids, no taking on resources and taking care of women, whether it's overseas or on this land, having your own place. You know what you're getting into. You understand what it is. If you need to release your biology, you have risk and you have rewards. Know the risk, know the rewards. And that is what the red pill is. We put ourselves first. We never put a woman on a pedestal. They are not the purpose of our life. And this guy, Gregory, who he seems like a nice guy. He's a few years younger than me. But he spent several, that would be like me, that you guys finding out that all of a sudden Rad's channel is gone. He's been remarried. I mean, he was a very significant player in this space. He had a lot of several members of this chat would go and check out his stuff, and he put out decent content, actually pretty good content. And then he sold T-shirts and he sold hats, he sold coffee mugs, all about don't get married. He referenced Vention and he get married. If you don't have children at this point, Rad, you would most likely be looking to get a girl to pop one out while keeping the risk limited, in my humble opinion. There you go. We'll tell it how it is, E. Good to see you, brother, again. Was not tracking Better Bachelor potentially dating, but he is moving away from red pill content because he believes it has been corrupted and being taken away by PUA and grifters. Well, the big channels are going that route. Agree. Women are getting desperate out there, keep getting them, trying to get this trap by them on X. I tell you, it's tough being monks sometimes. Well, yeah, at least you guys are controlling the biology. It's when the biology gets into your brain and becomes a mind virus. I can match most women with the kink and knowledge of how to flip all the switches, but I'm just not in Chad's shape. Even the big ladies, Riggs, want that. Sure. MGTOW Phoenix is back. The Red Pill Men's Health, Gregory Guru. That's who did it. I've made so much progress in English that I have to give private lessons on the subject now with some art. Oh, good for you, Simone. Simone lives in Italy. Gregory was the Catholic guy with like 6 kids living in an apartment, I think, with birds. Yes. Yes. And look, I'm not hating on the guy. I just think it's extremely odd that a man that built quite a big following, had a consulting practice, wrote books about this, remarried. Now, that's his choice in life. It's like finding out Santa Claus is your parents, and then 10 years later, you're singing Christmas carols and you believe Santa Claus again. It just doesn't work. Well said, Radical. The principles are out there to avoid being used up. Armed with all the information, then goes back into wedlock. Imagine the regret if that thing goes south. You know it's going south. You know it's going south. Garrett's back in the chat. Good to see you, brother. Saw you the other day. I think it was on Hammer Stream. Rad, I heard Grant Cardone say around 2026 rents are to double. The full court press to marry and cohabitate is coming, guys. Be on the lookout. Great advice, E. Great advice. Having Guru in his name is all I needed to know. He's a grifter. Well, he kept asking for money. Look, I don't have a problem if you want to donate out of the kindness of your heart, but don't ask for it. He asked for it all the time, you know, and he actually gave a business side. He did have people set up consultations with him, and he said he was the cheapest red pill guy out there to give advice. But now it's like going to get advice for finances and stocks when you're bankrupt. I don't know if he's doing any of that anymore. I doubt it. Yeah, it's good to help him out with these channels. Redneck Reefer, she's different. She loves me. Ain't that the mind virus? There's a reason I don't have a channel about this myself. If I change my mind, it's just me that it affects. There you go, brother. I think all you guys should have channels. I heard the Brandon Cackles admin wants to destroy farming like they're doing in California. What a shit show we live in, guys. It makes even more sense to stay off the plantation, to be minimalist, knowing what's going on. Catholic red pill must be tough. A lot of simp values and rules. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. He was very into Catholicism and religion, and I think religion is very simpy in certain aspects. I have no problem believing in a higher deity in the Bible, Jesus, and even culturistic standpoint. But he was extremely religious, and I think you see a lot of simps. Even in my own religion, most of the religious men are simps. Jaja, this is why I worship at the Church of Rad, for the constant reminder. I'm telling you, Rad, if you ever pull this nonsense, you don't have to worry about me, my friend. I tell you exactly who I am. I'm MGTOW. I do not believe in marriage, cohabitation, love chemicals, bullshit, or any of that stuff. Yeah, he probably did, Phoenix. I don't think you're mistaken there. I would be open for a hookup or short term, but nowadays he's just too lazy and a slacker. Yeah, I mean, it just, again, risk and reward. D-Man is back, married, and then found the red pill. I can see that one. Red pulled and then got married. What the F? No, after the first 2 kids, bookshelf, it was like, I came from 6 kids, go figure. And it's tough raising kids. Not my girl. She's different this time. Polska said, damn block party zigzagging around them. Are they playing house music? Are they playing World Party? I was raised Catholic. While I don't mind following a few rules of the church, I also demand that my wife be held to the letter on her expectations too. And the pussy pass is real in the church. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a background. It's just how you work with it, right? You never know. He might have found a unit. He might have found a 1% to 2%. But a man that spent that much time and energy helping men to return the foundation of the plantation of blue pill just stupefies me. Europe, red pill coaches are scammers and want all your money. They teach you to hate women, but in private, they're the biggest simps. Absolutely. Turd Ferguson is back. Gregory, the red pill men's health guru. I remember growing up and some of the young priests had girlfriends but didn't marry. They knew signing the marriage certificate was the death knell. Well said, brother. Thanks for posting that Rumble. I got to start getting a Rumble too. Your girl is different. Wait 5 years, she'll divorce you. Well, I saw a picture of her. They're holding hands. She's got a ring on her finger, which is fine. Hey, to each his own. Again, it's very difficult for me to put it just to see that happen. I saw the guy. I watched his channel grow from 2,000 to, 20,000. I think 28,000 at one point. Those who choose to help men then turn their back on them shall find nothing when they return. Sure. Mr. Sammy, blue pill most of my life, went through 4 ex-wives, and the 4th I started in 08. In 08, this info was not available. There you go, brother. And now you know. He says we're only one BJ back away from the plantation. You're absolutely right. Gregory Luna got married again. Yes, Jedi Run, good to see you. I can't find his stuff anymore. Mr. Hemi is back. Good to see you. Yes, he has a Cinema Rag channel and he has a tea channel. He makes tea. He apparently married a gal. They opened a tea shop. Guys, hold on. I think it's Gruen Tea House. Check it out on Facebook. Go Facebook it. I'm going to put this on right now. Okay. There it is. Gruen Tea House. Your modern marriage is slavery for men. Stephen says all women are happy until they are not. I don't think she is going to turn out to be a very happy soul. I think she put all the money into this tea place. And there's a story about him on the About. Freedom is better than Needham. Exactly. I remember that Jedi run. He did not stand by his motto. You have no idea who you're talking about. He was the bald guy. He probably likes that. Probably. When you can't, let's see, this is a great quote from Sammy. When you see it, you can't unsee it. Absolutely. Jason Reed is back. Gregory the Red Pill Guru, Jason. If you change your mind, it wouldn't change much. I'd raise my eyebrows and talk about it for a few days, but it's all good. Nothing new under the sun because we're all searching for the best way to live. You know, hey, if he's happy, go for it. Again, the only issue is where he was and where he is now. I guess it worked out. They get married and act like little kids. They can't teach their kids valuable things. TikTok and Instagram is their religion. Yep. And the thing is, I believe this chick he married had a kid. So he's got literally his new wife with a kid, and he's got 2 baby mamas on his own. 6 kids total. Or 5 kids. I would rather stand by my words than stand beside a woman. My own words hold truth and won't plunge a knife into my back. I remember he wrote, this individual had a video and someone said, dude, why are you talking marriage? What's up? Are you still MGTOW? And he didn't respond. You pay and she will stay, says Europe. You want to see all the religious simps take a gander at your Mormon neighbors, Rad? Why? Oh, sure. Mormon women run their men. Absolutely. Yes, that's him. Well said, D-Man. I thought the name of the tea was his wife. My ball in her purse. Joseph, back in the chat. Good to see you, brother. Well, I wish him the best. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to hate on the guy. I just, again, I find it, again, the topic was another Red Pill creator gets married, right? And he had significant amount of clout, well, or subs. He says the marriage will is undefeated. Well said. Looks familiar. Can't say I watched any of it. You might have watched 1 or 2. He was very intellectual with his words. Beta male simps, they love single moms. Oh, yeah, maybe it'll work this time. Who knows? Do as I say, not as I do, says Trog. Ain't that the truth? Simone, don't be tricked by today's society. Watch classic movies. Avoid the programming. Too many bumper stickers with F-it stick figures to believe that the world is suddenly going to right itself. Yep. That's what the media is pushing. All it'll take is one time for him to turn his back. The moment he does, he'll find a blade and divorce papers. I don't think you're mistaken, Phoenix. Divorce is the best thing a modern woman can do to a man who is dumb enough to marry her in the first place. She could send him to an early grave by shit testing him every day. Big Chris, great comment. Wish Gregory the best, but as we all know, the cycle, the relationship and sex are always good in the beginning, but then the phase and cycles happens and always ends up. I think he was pretty chaste too, and he wanted to save it for marriage this time around. He was talking about that for a while. Marriage might work on a deserted island. It might. Wes is back. Too many men crave non-freedom. Easier to be bossed around, but we sacrifice our masculinity. Well said, Wes. Good to see you, brother. There's no marriage, Will. Before you get married, she got a plan to use and destroy you. That's it. The marriage, the toolbox for the ladies. Red Pill creator Human was putting out content for years, then revealed he was married all along. His over 100K subscribers all bailed on him because, yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Single moms do give the best sex, apparently. Well, I've had really wonderful times with single ladies or single mothers. They're desperate. Well said. If you pay, she will stay. If you don't, she will go away. I'm checking out this dude, Unbelievable Books. Yeah, check him out, man. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. This guy is married. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we got 50. We had 50 something watching. Robert Walker is great in Strangers on a Train. He sure was. It's ridiculous that, man, I mean, he put a lot, as Jaja was saying, or that he put a lot of work into his books. he put a lot of work, and he had a weight loss. He lost a lot of weight. He was, I guess, apparently a very fat blimp. But he had consulting calls, lots of men he consulted. It's like, God dang it. You're telling men freedom is better than to need them, and then you go back into it. Who knows? You are right on Europe. I see that with my married friends. Yeah. Cheaper groceries. Wes made a video, a month ago? He's in and out. He'll make more. They say 50 Cent is a real man. He is paying for his girlfriend, everything, cars, hotel. He's got the money to do it, I guess. Scarface. Scarface is if you watch it in your 20s and your 40s and your 50s, it morphs in a very different, themes based on your age. Most of the PUA and red pill content creators have not gone through a bad breakup or divorce. You don't really understand until you've been through it. Well, here's the deal. A lot of these large channels are turning away from MGTOW because they like the income that they're getting. The best channels for red pill are the small channels. They're authentic. There's interaction with the gang. And there's no reason for any of this popularity crap that all these PUAs and grifters have. If you can afford the cost of companionship and marriage and the subsequent divorce, then you just see it as a depreciating asset. Sure. I mean, the rich, I think, look at it like that. Well, masculinity was something back then, Simone. It was looked upon and respected. Now it isn't. Now it's men in dresses. Wes is a good dude, Bob. He's still out there. Every now and again, I'll hear from him on a text. He's just, again, you make a lot of content, you say what you say, and then it is what it is. Paying a red pill coach is the same as paying an only foolish girl. Everyone would be like, I just couldn't believe. I mean, Gregory had part of a consultative arm of his business, but man, I wouldn't take any of his advice. He married and then he knocked up a chick, and then I don't think you need to pay to hear that. You just hear it and then move on. I think it depends on the divorce you went through. I went homeless for mine, so I couldn't do it again. Yeah, a lot of people do that. They get homeless. You stay single and don't get married. Why? Because the government will destroy your ass. You're protected not to get married. Be programmed or program yourself. That's what it comes down to. Attention comes with the desire to make money from it. Small channels, you see what you get. No need to deceive. No. And I've had red pill guys stay with me. I've seen Timmy Kramer. I've seen True Blood. Rev has stayed with me. Scotty stayed with me. I've met Ike out in Oregon. It is what it is. The Caldone character, his wife thinks that she made him a millionaire. Constant evidence of the audacity. Yeah, of course. I was your wife, so I made you. You should never go homeless from a divorce. Well, a lot of guys do, unfortunately. Women go their own way when they're rich like Oprah, says Big Chris. They sure do. The weddings, the honeymoon, the resorts, the beaches, the first year, everything seemed fine and perfect. Then the cracks appear. Mr. Sammy. Thanks, D-Man, for being here, brother. Riggs says, some of us grew up watching you older gents getting BF'd in the pee hole and don't need to walk your path to learn from it all. Now, some men, I've talked to multiple men that just need to talk. And it's like, great, I'll help. I never charge. I would never charge. Send me an email, tell me your story, and if it's something I can answer over email or talk to you, then I'll go from there. I wouldn't pay for advice from a person who decides to make the same mistake again after dissecting why it's incorrect. Well said, Phoenix. I've been watching the Italian news over this boxer who got beat by a trans, and people are pissed off. The Olympics is now woke and has been, John. If you feel lonely, take $50 or $100 and date yourself. Go out, eat something nice, and enjoy your life. Most men don't appreciate their lives because they got no divorce experience. Well said. Date yourself. The guy that looks in your mirror is the one that'll love you the most. If a man is truly red pill, I don't see him ever going back to the blue pill programming. It's like deciding to stay in the prison cell after you've served your time. Or trying to believe in Santa Claus after you find out that your parents were Santa and singing as many Christmas carols and listening to as many Christmas songs as possible. Social media should be called delusional media. When I had an account, everyone texted me. Now it seems like I'm a ghost. It is what it is. You rock, rad. We're here for everybody. As Hammer has mentioned, now I have no problem selling. If you want to sell merchandise, I think it's great. Those Hammer Hand hats are dope that he made. No problem. I just don't do it. I'm too lazy. If you want this hat, go get this font and put it on your own hat. It's cheaper for you to do it that way. Then before you know it, you're walking on eggshells and living in fear for your life and livelihood. It really messes with your head. Well said, Sammy. I've done a ton of solo travel and it's been great. Every country is a new world. And Wes has. He sends me pictures. He's out there living his best life, putting himself on the pedestal. Interesting how men get happier when they put themselves first. Everything we see is just letting us know that they are going to drop the blanks and create a new. Yeah, I mean, it seems on edge. I got a 1 week holiday from X. Jeez. They don't like free speech, even if they say they do. Riff Rage, RP is freedom. Good to see you, brother. You don't need red pill coaches. You can do the self-improvement yourself. Go to the gym consistent, not eat healthy foods, drink a lot of water. I just can't believe that there are people that are charging $1,000 an hour to talk to them. It's just crazy. They'll say it was a meteor or a tropical storm. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. So it's just really interesting that men, the other issue, I like a lot of Coach Greg Adams stuff, but I have a love and hate with him. He's definitely flexing. And when you flex, it's for one person. It's the opposite sex of a man. So flexing for attention and validation, which is fine. Hey, if you like those nice stuff, you constantly talk about them. But going to the junior college every week to get poontang and paying for it, again, still puts a woman on a pedestal. You got some good mountain bike trails over there. Awesome, brother. I went this morning, 7 miles. People tend to group things together, but there's 4 major blue pills: blue, purple, red, black. And within these, dozens of variations like month. But they lump everything into small categories. Well said, brother. 4 p.m. Bottoms up, Polska, pizza and beer. Anyone have a theory behind women with butterfly tattoos? Manasseh. Yes, mind-damaged women. Well, a butterfly turns into a butterfly from the cocoon. So that's probably a symbolism of she will change. Yes, it's very therapeutic to do some foreign traveling. Nobody knows, they can't judge you. Plus, you can experiment with socializing and flirting. Visiting other countries and cultures is so empowering. You learn more about yourself. You learn to see things through a different lens. I highly encourage it. Corey Wayne doesn't like the red pill because the red pill takes away from his message of making money. Red pill coaches are like, how everything about self-improvement, but you want to hear the things that you know again from another person. What a clown show. You got it, Europe. Go Shura, good to see you, brother. Red Pill Men's Health, or known as Gregory, also known as the Catholic Bachelor. He was bald guy. His tagline was freedom better than Needham. He had a bird that always chirped. He had 2 baby mamas with 4 kids. MK Ultra bookshelf. There you go. I refuse to buy expensive shit that attracts women. I go regular dude incognito. Live under the radar, guys. Same with Marilyn Monroe. Hair color changes, feminism, and hatred of traditional values. And then substances aren't far behind. Well said, bookshelf. Norma Jean. Joseph says they are damaged and will all change. Look at the ultimate flexor, Tate. He claimed he is a man of honor when his business proves other. Yeah. The only thing he's done is just got within the narrative. What would you say? Made aware the behaviors of women, but he's definitely a shady character. They want your money. He can pay us through a force. You will not divorce his ass. Live under the radar. Yeah, you don't want to flex. I mean, Greg Adams did a video about how he had to pay $50,000 because of it to legal costs because his ex-wife started seeing him making all this money and flexing. If you're going to make all this money and you're a personal figure and you flex it, they're going to come after you. The baby mama is going to try to extract more money. He should have just stayed under the radar. But when you're showing pictures of your Porsche and your F-150 and your BMWs and your trips, bitter baby mamas will take you back. So he should have stayed under the radar. It's not Better Bachelor, Manasseh. It is Gregory the Red Pill Guru. Yeah, probably Bookshelf. Undead Chronic, Coach equals Roach. There you go, Seraphim. Sotnar is back in the chat. All right, brother. Who got married? Gregory the Red Pill Men's Health Guy. Thanks for being here, Bookshelf. Appreciate your comments. But that is the reality. I mean, men are coming back. Okay, there's a lot of guys out there that'll listen to this. They for 6 months will go and be monk, and then they find someone at their work. I've talked to multiple men like that, but this guy was a creator who had a huge following that put a lot of every day he had a new video. If you want to be happy in your life, appreciate everything that you have right now. You don't need a woman to be happy. Well said, brother. If he's got coach in his name, he's a bitch. Undead Chronic. There you go. It bothers me when you guys who put out decent RP and then later sell it and become dating coaches. I don't know how there's money in dating coaches anymore. I don't know why he yells all the time. It's interesting, Simone. He had live shows. Yes, he did. I think I called him once and asked him something like 4 years ago. Nuts and delusional for 300, Trebek. Nothing is new in Red Pill. All this information has been around. Yep. It's just the presentation. It's the flavor. We talk about that. You know, some guys might not like Hammer. They might not like me. They might like, True Blood. They might like Scotty's pitch. There's a lot of people that I see on different chats that never come to this chat or ever see them. They might be here, but I never hear from them. It's fine. It's just different flavors of the rainbow. Well, let me take that back. Just different flavors of the ice cream shop. X-Mask up. Good to see you, brother. What's our opinion of Rollo? I think that he wrote a decent book. I think it has opened people's eyes, but he doesn't really have that much experience being divorced. He doesn't really understand divorce because he's never been through it, or custody or alimony. He could have been like that, sure. Or he could have got in within his decree. We put in my decree, if I made $1 or $10 million, she couldn't come back after me. So it kind of, but most times you can come after people. Now, not like I made much more money than I was married. It is what it is. Guys have to be congruent, right? Absolutely. Ty M in the house. Nope, it is Gregory Luna, Red Pill Men's Health. Seraphim, smart men don't get married. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. It was just a tagline. Remember Skittles? The rainbow of flavors. Red Pill coaches are lonely as F. They get used by women all the time. They pay for women. If you pay anything for it, you are an ultra beta male simp. Well said. Well, the issue is a lot of these guys, their whole focus is women. There's tons of roaches on these channels that all they do is tell men to go and seek women infield. What the hell is infield? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's just going and talking to women and they come back and put them all in a spreadsheet. It's just, again, putting your whenever you put a woman on the pedestal, I don't care how much money you have, how tall you are, you lose as a man. You lose as a man. You have now put yourself last in all aspects of life. When you put yourself first, things will fall into place. You know what? If I was a dating coach, which I'd never be, I would never sell that crap. Stupid as hell. You be confident, you put yourself first. That's it. Give them just follow Tom Leykis. Follow Tom Leykis. Simple as that. If you want a girlfriend. Marriages used to unite nations. Now men happily marry into mediocre tyranny. Well said, Wes. You've almost been out there in Europe for a year, I think September, October, right? Does your family know about your channel? I think my brother does. But he's a simp too. They say self-improvement for women, not for themselves. Ultra simp move. Yeah. If you put a woman center to your life, you will lose all the time. You will lose financially because you'll have more bills. You'll lose physically. You'll have to deal with all of the physical stress, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, if you put a woman first. So many women do not want to be put first. When a man puts a woman first, the woman says, God, why is he putting me first? He should be out slaying the dragon. But men do this. Dating coaches push this under this, I've got the best slogan, the way you handle women. No, the way you handle women is you don't acknowledge them. Be the one at the bar that doesn't look at them, that doesn't buy them drinks. They will want your attention all day long. But this is not a dating channel. Rad, I don't know if you realize, but our little sphere seems to be a little bit different than these other channels. We're kind of unique. Yes. Yes, we have a very solid group of camaraderie and experience in these channels, from 18-year-olds to 75-year-olds. Those that have been married, those that haven't. Those that have gone through the divorce machine, those that haven't had kids, those that have had kids, those that have been alienated, those that were broken up, rejected, cheated on. All the issues that men experience. This is a channel for rebirth. If I can do it, you can do it. Well said, Sammy. If Tom Brady couldn't make a woman happy, what chance do you have? You can't make anyone happy. That's a great comment, by the way. You can only make yourself happy. You can't make your kids happy. You can't make your parents happy. You can make them proud of you, but you can't make them happy. Only you can make yourself happy. Most women want a man who is superior to them in every aspect. Well said, Big Chris. Only a very small percentage of women actually respect their man for putting them first. Yes. The moment you put her first, she is dried out like the Sahara Desert. One of the biggest blue pill lies teaches men to overvalue them. The system doesn't like men valuing themselves first. Bingo! Well said, Jason. The less you care about them, the more they chase you. It's the curse of the month. My sister's going through it. She got dumped by this guy after 4 years, and now she gives him no time. He's flying coast to coast to see her. Again, psychology. She loves it when you treat her like trash. That tells you everything about her quality, and the men want to marry that kind of trash. 90% of men are stupid, brain dead for 300, Trebek. That's fine. Brain dead for 300, Trebek. One mighty and strong is back. Females simultaneously want to be the object of all male attention, yet they resent any man who places them first and gives her the attention she wants. Isn't that the funniest thing? They want an alpha and a beta all in one. Guys, go watch Sex Love. Is it Sex Love? On Netflix. It's identical to that. She was with an alpha, breaks up, marries a beta, keeps dreaming about the alpha. The new husband tries to be an alpha. It doesn't work. They even teach you how to get her back. Get your ex back. Go 30 days, no contact. Other RP channels get stuck in RP rage, PUA black, but I think Radner's channel, because most of us have been around long enough, we have moved past all these phases. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy doing this because it makes me a better person. I gain from your experience, and it's just a platform where we can all talk authentically. 4 tours of duty. I survived. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I get teased by everyone all the time about my 4 divorces. Don't worry about it, brother. Thank you for your service. You and Father Saunders and everybody else. Rev. Got a bunch of military guys in here. He's going to find out quickly, just as he did before, all women are like that. They let their emotions control them and take the reins, then wonder why their wagon is off in the ditch. Well said, Phoenix. If you ever want to know what modern women got in their brains, watch Disney movies. You're not mistaken. 98% are not recommended. Awalt says Seraphim. Chris, Green Tea House has a YouTube channel, and Greg is doing. Yes, I saw his. He actually, the tea videos were quite interesting. When I found out he got married, I looked at his channel, I looked at everything. And yeah, I mean, I didn't know that much about tea, but he's very good to have you, Chris, again. Hope you're doing well down where you are at. We got to keep in touch. If I have to play these stupid games as a grown up to get a date, I'd rather play video games. Yes. Wes says he listened to everything the stories of men who went through the worst and learned from them. Well, we hope that. And look, to be fair to the guy, I hope it works out for him. I know he married a woman. She's in her 40s, which tells me a couple of different things. She's set in her ways. She's probably either perimenopausal or menopausal. So hormones will flux and change like nobody's business. The gal he married will change hormonally. She's hit the wall. She owns a company, so she's going to be working for her, or they're partners. You can't be partners with your wife or your husband. That doesn't work. So he has a stepkid now, and she has his stepkids with a baby daddy on her side and 2 baby mamas on his side. It is a Brady Bunch of epic proportions. Hey, I wish him well. I hope it works out. You know, I don't wish ill on anybody, but I find it very fascinating that a man with such immense following and content ran back to the plantation. She must have been a unicorn. She is strong and independent, but she is on all the dating apps for 15 years and nobody wants to marry her. They're still on all these women. If you guys go back on a dating app just to see who's still there, 80% of them will be the same women. I have a firstborn son, just like Rad has a good boy. Everything I would advise here is what I would advise my own. Run, Forrest, run. Some of the things I like to tell my boys, when you tell a kid to do something, they do the opposite, right? Perimenopausal, menopausal women can be even more psycho. Absolutely. I think mine went through perimenopause around late 30s, and at 43 we were divorced. So that was 9 years ago. And she's been medicated multiple times. She looks like the person I married, talks like the person I married, but it's not the person I married. And, virtually dead to me. But anyhow, she's the mother of my kids, and I respect her for that. And the good times we had. But it didn't work out. And here I am telling men not to get back into marriage, not to cohabitate, not to take on additional kids, not to take on additional bills of anybody. There's no such thing as love. It's the labels you give it. But well said. But, what you have to tell your sons is this. Hey, how come these girls today, they're always on their phones, or they're always like scrolling. They never like talk. Like, why is that? Why do they wear so much makeup? Why are they always like, I don't know. They just don't seem like they want to be mothers or something. Just keep it very simple, especially if you have teenagers. Rad, do you know of any marriages that were purely religious and didn't involve the state? I don't. I do not know, but that would be interesting to know, Wes. I think she convinced Greg she was a unicorn, but women are masters at the bait and switch. Well, if you look at her, if you go to the green, you can go right now. Someone post the link. It's greenteahouse.com. You can see a picture of Greg and his new wife, and they have a story about him. I think her name is Katie or something. Katie and Albert Gregory Luna, I think he goes by Albert now, opened this in the spring of 2024, and it's based on authentic tea experiences. Well, good for them, starting a business. But I tell you what, I can see the red flags right away. She put up all the money. She's the CEO. It says that she's the CEO and the owner. Doesn't list him as the owner. He's like the educator. So right now there's a power play. She's in her 40s. She's a stepmother. Okay, so he can't discipline the kid. If anything, the Catholicism will bring them together. Maybe they both want to be chaste. Maybe they waited to get married to have sex, because apparently the gal he left his first wife divorced him. He got with a second, didn't marry her. He was engaged to her, apparently a Mormon gal, and knocked her up. And maybe he's like, you know what? I followed fornication, and now I'm going to follow my Catholic faith. And maybe that's what happened. There you go. There you go, Simone. Ideas control actions in people. Men are given the idea that searching for females and serving females will bring it earthly bliss. It does bring earthly bliss for females. Now, women have different brains. So do men. We are so far apart in understanding one another, even in 2024. The best thing we can understand is to put ourselves first, really. Take them off the pedestal, take them out of the center of our life. Do not take care of them financially. Do not marry. And that's what we have to understand. She is going to change like the winds of the air, like the waves in the sea. You're going to have swells, you're going to have calms, and so forth. But most men, I think Gregory at this point, he's probably curious, knowing all this. He's probably going into it with his frame. He's got frame and foundation now. He's a red pillar, or he was. I don't know what you call him now, but he's probably going in it with this knowledge of how he can make it work. Good for him. I wouldn't do that. Hell no. Female nature does not change. So he has a fantastical view of his new fond wife. He's going to make it work this time. He's got that curiosity. He's got that knowledge from his previous relationships. He can make it work, or so he thinks. Shrink My Ball LLC. From what you described, Greg is in the beta role. She will lose respect and become cold. Well said. Seen in the foul. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Again, she is the CEO and owner. It says it on their webpage. She's in her 40s. She is hormonal. She will be a stepmother. He will be a stepfather. She probably is dealing with her ex-baby daddy. Because I think all the kids are under 18. So there is going to be baby mama, baby daddy drama. It doesn't look good. She's hit the wall. She potentially might be head-medded. Is or isn't. Hopefully their Catholic faith brings them together. Maybe he went through 2 years of Catholic preparation with her. But that doesn't take away the fact that men and women are fundamentally different when it comes to our biology, the way we think, the way we act. Yeah, you could be married in the church's eyes and have that marriage written in the in the celestial, records of the church, but it still doesn't take away the fact that she is a female and he is a male. Does it increase your tea levels? That's a good thing. I like green tea. If she destroyed her ex, she will destroy you twice harder. Her past experiences will hunt her till she dies. So she got a lot of hate for men, but she is hiding it in public. Again, I don't wish ill will on anybody. I hope it works out. However, if I was a betting man, I'd put 95% of my income on the fact that it won't work, based on statistics. May God help him, Joseph. Well said. Again, a guy that put out so much content, wrote books, sold merchandise, had live call-ins, had a huge audience, to return back to the foundation is very eye-opening. He says he can't make it work. He's in a losing position. Can someone post the link? All right, let's see. I think it's this. Trog says, once proven to be a man eater. There you go. Timothy Sokol is back from southern San Pedro. The thirst is strong in the week. So yes, if that's not the link, that is the name of the house. So you'll be able to find it. Just type it into Google. I mean, look, we don't wish if you wish ill will on anybody, you wish it upon yourself. Okay. That's a Buddhist way of thinking. What you put out comes back. And there's types of people that takes a lot of time to forgive and forget and all that shit, and be Christian and spiritual and kumbaya. But I don't want any ill will for this guy. He's already suffered enough. Again, I hope it works out. I don't think it will. I'm fascinated that a man of his caliber and his content would run back knowing what he knew. Maybe he believed it could work out for him, but not for the rest of us. Does that make sense? People ask me all the time, Rad, if we find out you got mail, you don't have to ever find out. I've actually had some red pill content guys stay with me. There's no makeup in this house. There ain't no tampons in this house. But yeah, I mean, we wish the guy well. We wish him all well, but we know the facts. The facts are this. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity for Gregory and the fantasy of living in a fantastical vision of a marriage based on where he came from literally fuels men. Curiosity is the downfall of men. Men are still curious, even though they've listened to 100 stories like ours. I shake my head too, brother. They listen to a lot of stories, but they still got that curiosity. Well, that's them, but that's not me. They're still curious that it'll work for them, even though they know all the horror stories. See, curiosity is not a good thing in relationships. Curiosity is a good thing in, a direction you want to go in your life, or starting a business or starting something new. Oh, thanks, Trog, for doing that. Most women are like a salvage guitar. It looks nice till you realize it's totally unplayable. Well said, X-Math. Okay, so I got the U and the E mixed up. Gotcha. Yeah, it was something like that. What they teach doesn't even work. Go radio silent for months to get her back. Just why would you want him back? Never bathe in dirty bathwater. If she is staying single or is divorced, big red flag, and she's a unicorn and is using social media after 2 years, she got a 3 or 4 mindset. A lot of them do. I wonder what she looks like naked has gotten me into a lot of trouble. Curiosity, yes. Curiosity. It's like the little head telling the big head what to do. So that's one of our downfalls as men. Being curious of the new situation. Knowing the horror stories, knowing the experience of others, if not yourself. I mean, the guy went through one divorce with 3 kids. Apparently it was a very nasty divorce. Got re-engaged before he found out about Red Pill. Knocked her up. The engagement broke off. I think she was a total taker. She was in love with the ex-husband or another guy while she was getting knocked up by Gregory. Again, another beta simp move. He didn't know, found out about Red Pill after that, built a large foundation, was on multiple different, I want to say he was on Sandman's, he was on Greg Adams' channel. They did collab and wrote books and helped men, and now he's back to that. So I'm just trying to get in his head thinking, what is he thinking? 90% or more, Bob. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Your second marriage is a 70% plus 70 to 73% divorce rate. And your 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th and consecutive, whatever, in the 90s. It is weird to see him with the family. You're looking at the pictures. Single mothers are never unicorns. No woman is. The past man left her for a reason. Well said, Phoenix. I doubt know why Red Pill guys keep saying we don't care about your money or career. I disagree. I've only dealt with broke girls, and it's not fun having them mooch off you. Well, broke girls are in it for the money. They're in it for your wallet. No need for marriage. Just have the kids. Sure. Again, the way his content was going was very religious and Catholic. So I believe that him wanting to be married in the eyes of God was important to him. Modern men don't rebel as much as James Dean. They end up being content with what they have. In one word, average. It's God's fault. He gave man a penis and a brain and not enough blood to make them both work at the same time. Seraphim laying it down to Chinatown. Women will definitely lie to get you to knock them up and lock you down. Never trust them to take care with birth control. If you take someone back after they left, you lose twice. Garbage Day 99. Yes. They disrespect you double, too. Why would this guy want to take me back? I treated him like shit. With all the info facts out there, any man getting married deserves what he gets. Sure. And you know what? He's the type that wanted to be right, sit right with the eyes of God. Can't fault him for his beliefs and convictions. I don't think it ends well. I don't think it ends well. And again, 98% of women are not recommended. My sister is 1% to 2% of that. She's married. She will stay married. She loves her family. She loves her husband. She loves being a mother and a wife. Her husband runs the place, and she loves that. Do they have problems? Of course, everybody has problems. But they are in it to win it, like my parents are. 3 more stops before he got his Miller High Life. He started transitioning, saying he was religious. He did. And you know what? I don't fault a man for finding out his spiritual role in the universe. Again, I just find it fascinating. So apparently it's like this. He was totally red pill. Maybe he had an epiphany. The Spirit of God came upon him while he was sitting on the side of a river and told him, you must find a woman and marry. You are going to be my disciple moving forward. And that could be very much the case. Maybe he'll help men in the red. Maybe he will help Catholic men within the Catholic Church. If your ex left you, why would you want her back? You will go radio silent. After a few months, she will come back, but it's those months she was getting banged by 75 dudes. Absolutely, Europe. Managed Roy from Mumbai. You're absolutely right. I would say that it's not very smart what he did. That was his way of letting y'all know he was heading back to the plantation. I think he's right, yeah. If she dumps you, hit the gym, change your look, and when you see her again, ask her how life's treating you so far. Take care of yourself. All women talk the same shit. Was always the man's fault. I was abusive and controlling and extremely selfish. Maybe he's playing 5D chess. Maybe he's planning on the divorce before the wedding. Get what you need from the situation and bug out. Well, apparently, it looks like she's got the money because she opened the place. Finding a wife is a quest. Only after searching the world, then you choose wisely, and only then. There you go, Timothy. A lot of bikers out today, like motorcycles or 10-speeders. The best revenge is success. Yeah, I mean, you got that one guy, 21 Studios, he got married. Donovan, what's his name? Eddie Haskins. He got married to a 50-plus single mother. Human was married. Angry MGTOW, I think, went back and got married or something. He was a weird duck. It'd be like Hammerhand getting married. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Gregory had 30,000 subs. And I know Carl listens to this. Carl's known as Pooping While Standing. He actually had, at one point, spoke to Gregory years ago on the phone. So, you know, he was a pretty legit creator at the time. Moto Sickles, gotcha. Be careful out there. Men need to learn to relax. You can't get everything that you want. If you have a house, good health, and food on your table, be thankful. Well said, brother. Money doesn't bring you happiness. You might arrive to your problems in style, but at the end of the day, the car gets turned off, the lights get turned out, you go to bed like the rest of us, you sit on the toilet the same as us, you take showers and wash your bits just like us, you put your clothes on one leg at a time, you brush your teeth, you digest food similar. Be thankful for what you have. Health is wealth. Angry MGTOW is back under another name, Sotnar says. But yeah, I know he went to the ladies. When things don't go their way, they block you. Men talk, women close doors. I just can't imagine. See, the problem with most men that run back to the plantation is this: they get lonely. They think now that they have all this knowledge, they can do whatever they want. And they can find a woman, they can bring in the frame. They didn't learn anything during those red-pilled years of finding out who they truly are. They never got rid of their loneliness. They acted like they did, but they didn't. Because at the end of the day, in their mind, they were longing to sleep next to a woman that had breasts and a vagina. You can't take it with you, Trogue. It just attracts flies. The biggest revenge is showing her that you can live without her and be happy. You have to live like she doesn't exist. Yeah, when you break up and reject, they're done. You move on. The book, the chapter you read, you don't need to read it again. A woman is supposed to add to your life, not run it. Well said. I would marry for money. How many movies have we seen? The guy is broke, but his fiancée is the daughter of a business mogul. There you go. The reason is red pill content are getting very diluted by simps. Well said, Manager Roy. Somebody else brought that up too. You're absolutely right. If you show your money, you will attract the wrong people. Don't flex. Be under the radar. April 1, Coach Greg Adams began the show by announcing. I remember that, Gerald. Good to see you, brother. And he joked about it. But you never know. I don't think he'll get married, but, he'll continue to do what he does, make money, travel, and hang out at the junior college. That's what his whole message is. Tell men that, and literally he talks about it all the time. It's like, again, what are you talking about? Your purpose. And he tells everyone they can make millions on YouTube. You can't really make millions on YouTube. It's like being the highest paid superstars in the NBA. There's only like 10 that make huge contracts. The rest are just, journeyman players. Put yourself first. Do the things that make you challenge yourself. If you are afraid to leave the house, leave the house. If you can't get off the video game, go play a real game, like hiking, running, biking, weights, skateboarding, and build it like that. I enjoy spending time with myself. At least I know I won't get bored. There you go. Modern women get a sick mentality. She left you, and if you don't contact her, she will think, why isn't he contacting me? And she forget that she destroyed him. Of course, they forget they forget very quickly. I don't think he doesn't have any new channels, Sammy. I think he does. The Cinema Rag. Women think short term, not long term. That's why 90% of women regret their divorce. The grass is not greener. They are only getting pumped and dumped. Absolutely. I know. Hung out with a lot of those gals on the dating app days that said the same thing. They said they want to get married. They regretted it. A lot of them. We're not here to discuss women's problems. We're here to discuss why women create problems in our lives. That is such an empty free agent lifestyle. Build something, learn something, be productive. Yeah, I agree, Trug. Accountability is female kryptonite. Yeah. Not showing money and status is the first thing that every parent should teach their kids. You only get crooked people who display their wealth. Yeah, you don't want to flex. Under the radar is where you don't want to be a target. If you're going to drive a Lamborghini, you're a target. You would rather have validation from others, but realize that you are a massive target by the cops, the city, gold diggers, potential crooked people that are going to fleece you, be your so-called friends. Don't go down on me. Might catch something. My rule is 3 is sex on the first date, and eventually they get mad when I won't sim. X-Mouth. There you go. Be careful. She likes you now, and the next moment she hates you. Simone. The government takes enough in taxes. Why give a woman money? That's just another tax. It's called the female tax. Michael Douglas. Yes, he did get that. Well said. Did Val Kilmer get it too? I think Val Kilmer talked about eating snatch, and he's got that I think he had throat cancer too. Guys, it's been a great stream. I'm going to go do something productive here. Reach out if you guys need any additional help. rebelagainstdefeat@gmail.com, and be more than chat with you. If something's going, you need some direction or whatnot, I'd give you my 2 cents for 0 cents, and we'll go from there. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.